he's not wearing a wrestling shirt.
Let me know in the comments whose tints are better.
Whose tits are better?
Tints.
AJ, whose tits are better?
Whose tits are better?
Yeah.
Between us three.
Probably mine.
Alright, so we're pretty sure we're like 7 minutes late, but pretty sure Jay and Gunter's happening on. It's going on right now.
Oh, it probably ended already.
Or it probably ended. Ooh.
Hopefully.
Who do you think won then?
Gunter.
Is that your prediction? Final prediction?
I'm Jay. I'm a fan of Jay.
Sadly. And then he's gonna be champion for like 2 years. We gotta deal with this fucking heat shit.
He gets it for like 2 weeks.
Like I say, Jay too.
Yeah.
I think Jay's gonna win.
All seriousness, yeah, probably did.
Only one way to find out.
Where's your shirt at?
Dude, you forget that like 15 minutes ago I was eating Easter dinner.
What better shirt to wear to a dinner than
Your Stone Cold shirt.
your Stone Cold?
Stone Cold shirt. Look, he's wearing blue, I'm wearing blue, I guess.
We've lost the man tonight.
But you know what? The match wasn't that bad.
I like it. We got all of the finishes at the end. He's not pleased.
But we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
What's the next match?
Yeah, we got the War Raiders defending the tag team championships against the New Day, which I believe the New Day is gonna win.
And look at that. No life behind his eyes.
He's mad. AJ, why are you mad?
He's hangry.
Cause look, I knew it was pretty obvious Jay was gonna win, right? But like, the match still, I said it before to you guys that the best thing that can happen is that he impresses me with like, not just the match, how the match goes, but like, if he actually does a good job with movesets and shit. But
yeah, but we're talking about this match, not the last match. That's all getting cut out.
Who do you think is winning?
New Day.
Christian?
I say the New Day.
Yeah, probably New Day. Ah, you bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now 2 for 2. As the New Day are.
And look at him, he's in a better mood.
There's a smile on his face finally, so.
Way better than the last fucking match.
Yeet.
No one's gonna agree with me that match sucked.
Alright, AJ, Jade or Naomi?
I don't know, man. I like black chicks and shit, so it's kind of hard. What? They're both fucking hot, dude. It's hard.
Yeah, but who do you think's gonna win?
You asked the wrong question.
Look, okay, but real shit though. I could see Jade winning because I think WWE's gonna try to push her to just to make her name more out there. Because she was gone for like.
Yeah, I was gonna say she just came back. So
Well, because Naomi attacked her.
Yeah, Naomi attacked her.
So she's definitely gonna win. That's my prediction. She's gonna
Look,
win.
the only reason Naomi could win is if Bianca joins her.
That's if Bianca's even a part of it.
But she has a match already though.
She does have a match ready, but is she winning that triple threat? That's for later.
Maybe.
Jade.
AJ?
Jade.
Yeah, Jade.
But I thought Naomi was gonna go over.
Pretty good match, I can't lie.
Amazing match. And Naomi died. Naomi might have died.
Yeah, I don't know. But my prayers are with Naomi.
Better than Jay Uso versus Gunther.
We can show that.
I think LA Knight
Versus Jacob Fatu.
Look, I think if anything, this one might be a little unpredictable.
Cause Solo could turn.
Solo could turn, and they've been beefing the past couple weeks.
Show the audience that sunset, by the way.
Look, final guess, I say LA Knight.
I'm a root for LA Knight.
You?
Cause I want Jacob Fatu to win. But I feel like LA Knight's gonna turn, or not LA Knight. I feel like Solo's gonna turn on Fatu.
turns?
I mean,
That'd be
he's
crazy.
coming out solo.
Look, cause what it,
He's coming out alone. So
Knight turns and joins The Rock.
Well, two wrestlers that never interacted with each other.
But a lot of comparisons.
Yeah, they got shades and the vest.
So final Knight, and I think I want Fatu. I'm gonna say Fatu. I'm gonna be different.
Cause I got it right.
What happened?
Dude, that was good.
That was really
I
good.
thought,
Look at that. Well, you can't.
I would say I
Let's
really
do it really quickly.
again. I think that was probably the first match of the night where it was kind of unpredictable.
Yeah, actually,
that
yeah.
one could have gone either way.
Yeah, I wanted LA Knight, but you know, congrats. That was a good way to win that one.
What an ending! You saw that. I hope you in the crowd saw that BFT.
And it was supposed.
Woohoo! Want somebody?
Nah, I'm good.
Because you also got it wrong with me.
I'll take like a sip, but I'm not chugging down. I really can't.
Can't afford to do this right now.
I really can't. I would love to do more, but I can't. Man, I really should have gotten the rewards back then.
All right, next match: Ray Phoenix, Grande Americano.
Is this the one that got?
It's not Chad Gable, by the way. It's Grande Americano.
And it was
So
supposed to
they
be Rey
changed
Mysterio.
So they changed it completely?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Chad Gable, Rey Mysterio.
Are they gonna do Randy versus Chad?
No, because it's Ray Phoenix.
I mean, Randy needs an opponent.
You know, really? You don't know? Chad Gable is Grande Americano. That's
Oh,
his
he is?
persona. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, I really didn't. See, I don't.
That's like.
All right.
Okay, well,
Shit, I guess I'm
Chad
wrong.
Gable
Yeah.
versus Ray Phoenix.
All right, look. Yeah, that's kind of look because I really don't pay attention to the luchador matches.
You're a racist?
I don't. I look. They're not that interesting to me.
But-
Like they're good wrestling wise, but
But WWE just bought Lucha Libre AAA, so you got to deal with more luchadors now.
more like I hope they do something with them. I hope that gives them a reason to treat them with more love because I feel like my impression of them right now, I feel like they're fillers. I think that's how I feel like they're being treated.
Do I agree with you? Look, because I feel like they are like in the moment. Like their fire dies out after like a couple weeks. Like they just keep Andrade came in, left immediately. Not left, but like stopped being used immediately. Same with Dragon Lee.
Mm. Look, it kind of reminds you of what Yair says. Everyone tries to be Ray, the next Ray Mysterio.
Yeah, wrong.
Or
Realistically,
even
did Ray put Lucha Libre on the map? Our parents would disagree.
Maybe for WWE. Because prior to
WCW put Lucha Libre on the map in general.
I'm saying that I think Ray brought Lucha just to WWE. But I don't know who's okay. So who are the names? Don't say Chad Gable. Just say who are the names.
Grande Americano versus Ray Phoenix. Hey, we're missing.
You know what? You can do this live. Hold on. Let me get a quarter.
What?
Yeah, because I really don't know who to choose. But
we're missing the entrance.
I don't give a fuck.
What? Mariachi? Really? I missed the whole fucking song.
You got a quarter on you? Alright, here, call it.
What?
That's not even you choosing. Then this is the laziest way you could have done
I don't
it.
know I don't know anything about these dudes. Okay, Grande Americano, and who's the other fucking one?
Ray Phoenix.
All right, tails for Grande, and then Ray Phoenix for a head for Ray Phoenix. I don't know the fucking. I don't know who the fuck to. Heads.
You're giving head to Ray Phoenix?
Yeah. So I guess that's who I'm fucking choosing. 'cause I
Yeah,
really
because
don't-
Ray Phoenix is gonna win.
Yeah, I say Chad is gonna win still. Alright, woohoo. Gracias! Yes, sir! Grande Americano won. Both of you are wrong now. We're all even. Even Steven. One wrong each.
Good.
That was a good match.
Yeah, better than Gunter versus Jay Uso.
Shane McMahon say?
Tiffy.
Is he a roll ankle again?
So up next, Tiffy time.
Tippet time
Versus Charlotte.
Flair. Yeah, Charlotte's winning.
Cause look, did you see the interview they did where Tiffany Stratton was like, "I'd be okay if I lose, cause then I wouldn't accomplish everything so fast," type shit.
I guess.
So it's like, why are you giving it to us that she might win?
You're just ruining it.
Or if she wins, then what's next? Ooh.
Yeah, 'cause she would have already beaten Becky Lynch. Comes back. She's yet to come back.
Bailey got attacked apparently on SmackDown.
Man, poor Bailey.
Bailey's been buried unjustly.
She won at 40 just to have a shitty year.
Right, but that's not answering the question. Who's gonna win this match?
I think they're gonna give it to Charlotte.
I think Charlotte's getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we all going to be wrong?
We could be wrong. That's the best outcome. We're wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Tiffany keeping it.
Yeah.
But who would be next? That is the question.
Literally anyone, honestly, probably.
But isn't Charlotte
Build
supposedly?
up someone
Isn't
new.
she supposedly gonna leave soon or retire,
So one last belt before she retires.
or just a one last Mania before she retires? But then again, that'd be a very short ass comeback.
Yeah, because she just came back.
Yeah, from Rumble to now.
She might win.
And I don't think. I don't watch SmackDown, so I don't know. But I don't know if she's had a match or not.
She's been around for a minute though. 32 was the first.
Her first Mania.
Yeah. It's about to be 10 years.
Even then, though, hasn't she been wrestling since, like,
Mm.
young?
Yeah, so it's been like 15 years, 10 years.
You like 15-year-olds?
Dude, I don't know why.
You're
You-
crying
you
because you
know-
like 15-year-olds?
You know the
Look
camera's,
at this.
You know the camera's rolling. You're
So
terrible.
that's why you're crying because you got caught?
No, you're terrible. You're just terrible.
Oh.
Just like that, we never heard of no.
Didn't deny yet. Honestly, not what I expected. Can't lie.
That was good.
Focus on her teeth.
Tiffy time.
Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk.
The most hyped match of the night?
Yeah. But should it have been main event? We're gonna find out. Realistically, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Look, at this point, I think so.
I think Seth's winning.
Yeah, I think Seth's gonna pull the upset.
You?
How about Punk? What if they really do want to push Punk to the belt?
Genuinely, it depends what Heyman does here. What do you think, sir?
I think Seth is gonna come out on top of it.
You?
And I think Heyman's gonna turn on Punk and Reigns.
I think, fuck it, I was gonna say if I looked at him last. I think Rollins is gonna win. There's the main event.
We're gonna say Rollins on top,
It was good.
as he should be.
It was pretty good.
Am I shocked? I kind of saw it, but like not necessarily like this. I'm hyped. Cause he's following him like he's his new tribal chief. So
See, I kind of look. I predicted it. I thought I had a feeling that Heyman was gonna end up working with Rollins, and that he was gonna betray both of them. Because look, because there wasn't really any reason for Heyman to stick with any of them, with Rollins or Reigns. There was kind of no reason. Punk just like barely came back and finally reignited with them. Him and Reigns kind of like fell apart recently. We just finished WrestleMania 41,
night one.
night
Night
one.
one.
I'll be honest.
What a night.
Look, I can't.
For the man who started off with no soul.
Yeah, he
Look,
lost.
cause fuck that first match. I don't care, but the rest of it was good. Look, I think we can all agree the build up for a lot of these matches kind of sucked, but the matches themselves kind of pulled off.
Yeah, look, night one has pretty good matches. I can't lie.
Yeah,
First, we're gonna talk about Jay versus Gunther. Sadly,
the greatest match that happened.
look, you guys,
Last
one of you two could start first.
What was that mean?
No, I don't remember half of these matches.
Yeah, especially the first match. But it was better than I expected compared to their first three.
Look, because it started off with him. They were start off grappling.
Yeah, Gunther was on top for a bit, and then Jay, like miraculous.
Because was it mainly really Gunther dominating the belt spot?
Yeah. But look, I don't know. It wasn't just a super kick. I feel like there wasn't that.
Yeah, he body slammed. The powerbomb was
The
impressive.
powerbomb was impressive.
The powerbomb was
so
impressive.
he went into his arsenal. Shout out Arsenal.
Took a lot of chops.
Yeah,
He took his fair amount of chops.
chops and punch. Like they started throwing everything in there. Punches.
Gunther was
forearms.
bleeding.
Yeah.
Gunther taking the 3 splashes. Last one on his
The last
back.
one on the back.
Look, he shouldn't have tapped. He should have not have tapped.
Or if he was gonna tap, just
Nope.
not immediately.
Nope. He tapped.
That was just like immediately.
But look, it was a better matchup than expected, and it got the crowd hype. They were all eating. The crowd was dead.
Yeah, the
Well,
crowd. was
look,
the
of
rest
course
the
they were
night.
gonna eat.
But they were
to him.
eating.
Of course they're gonna eat to him.
Hit you real quick.
Mm-mm. No. Look, I'll be fair. He did take bumps. Yeah, he took bumps. But my problem with it was it didn't impress me because it was predictable, unfortunately. Two, I don't really like that they made Gunter weak in this one. I feel like they made him like a little too weak. But I will say that he was, in my opinion, he was carrying the match because it was mainly Jay getting tossed around by him. Yeah, he had his moments, but I just think Gunter was the reason why the match was the way it is. I'm still not really. This match, put it this way, this match didn't make me like any closer to being a fan of Jay because I didn't really think he did that much besides finishers. And again, I'm really not a fan of his moveset. I don't like his spear. His Uso splash is good though, but I don't know. Again, that's the only thing that kind of went over for him was just his finishers, and I feel like he had a lot of finishers too. And I hate that ending. I do hate the ending.
The ending was.
He should have just done 4 corners at that point.
Yeah.
4 corner splashes would have been fine, I guess. But still, it was to be expected. Of course, he has the hype of the crowd. But I don't know. It didn't take away from me. I really didn't like the result of it, and I didn't really like the match, to be honest with you. Yeah. All right, so that's it for Uso versus Gunter.
Are we rating these matches?
Of what?
Score?
In my opinion,
what would you give this match?
If I were to
flat out number 1 to 10,
genuine 1 out of 10, and we could do points, right? Like point whatever.
No.
Yeah, sure.
Or just solid numbers.
I don't care.
Stand on business. Choose a number.
You can do whatever you want.
I'll give it a 5.
Out of 5?
No, out of 10. 5 out of 10. It wasn't the worst thing I've seen, but it wasn't that good, and I think that's why it was first. To be honest with you.
Yeah, well, look, comparing to the rest of the night, I would also give it like a 6.
I also think that.
I was gonna say 6.
I also think before we move on, I also think that belt doesn't really get a lot of, like importance, if that makes sense.
I mean, it's not necessarily the newest, but it's still relatively.
It's supposed to be the second.
Year 2 of it, year 3 maybe.
But it's still supposed to be.
We were there.
Yeah,
that day. Yeah, we were there live when that belt got debuted.
But it's supposed to be the second, like the one next to the WWE. I mean, I think at this point, because of how much history that Undisputed belt has, of course that one's the main one. But I mean, if this one's supposed to be the next one in line, I feel like it hasn't really been treated that well. But so I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. You get points.
War Raiders.
Points? What do you guys do?
I said 6.
6?
Yeah, 6.
6? All right.
New Day took the championships from the War Raiders. That was a pretty good match.
That match was good.
Yeah.
The War Raiders, I always forget like the War Raiders can have good in-ring capabilities.
Yeah, it was good. Look, I don't know too much about a lot of other, like the backstory of other matches, but that one was pretty good. I think my only slight thing against it was I feel like, towards the end, I felt like the New Day could have actually won it clean, but I get it, they're heels, so that's, so of course they're gonna win dirty.
Yeah.
Because they know it, because I didn't see that. Who was it that held his? Was it Kofi that held the, or was it Xavier that held his foot down? Kofi,
Xavier pinned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I didn't see that at first. I thought he actually won clean, which actually had me hyped because I was like, oh shit, they actually, not only did they win it, but they actually won it pretty clean.
Yeah.
But so in my opinion, I think it would have been better if they won clean, but at the same time, I get it. And it was pretty good. It definitely lifted my spirits after that shitty first match.
I mean, yeah, he basically said it. I mean, the New Day were always going to win in a heelish way. I mean, they just turned heel. Was it day 1? When Big E came out?
Yeah.
Around there. But I don't know. This for at least their heel turns for something now. They got a championship run out of it. Yeah. So
it was good. It was.
I give it 7.
I give it. I was gonna say 7. Shout out 7.
I'll say it's like a 7.5 for me.
Nope. I choose one or the other.
All right. I'll say 7. Yeah. Because it was pretty fast.
And with that, now we get to Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Okay.
That match was pretty good.
Yeah.
That match was pretty good.
I thought
Naomi died.
I hope. Look, Naomi.
A lot of good
okay
spots.
because that was a pretty nasty fall there.
Yeah, look, another match I ain't really know too much other than Kate coming back at Elimination Chamber.
Shade.
Yeah, Jade, my bad, Jade. So yeah, that's it. I didn't really know too much. But Jade did impress me though, because I remember when she first debuted, there was some criticism over her wrestling abilities, but she did well.
She actually did pretty good in the ring.
Yeah, her athleticism showed.
That ending finisher was like,
it was good. I thought it was good. It just looked dangerous as hell.
Yeah,
it looked
execution
dangerous.
was not that good.
I think there was some concussion there, but
and like arm sprainage maybe.
Yeah.
Shit ended weird.
Yeah.
But look, that match, I was going into it like, I didn't really care for it, but they both did a good job for the time frame that they had to work with. It was pretty good. It was hype. I just wish that crowd was a bit more alive though.
Dude, that was the whole night. They would like that.
Yeah. But
there's a reason Europeans always shit on us because our crowd are dead.
Yeah. But it was a good match though. I liked it. They'll probably do it again at Backlash. I don't know. I think based on that match, I think they might give Cade some good matches in the future.
Jade,
my bad. I keep saying Cade. Jade. Any opinion?
No, it's just pretty good. Good match, good spots. That bulldog was goated.
That we couldn't tell if it was a reverse or not.
Yeah, we couldn't tell if that was reversed or not. She landed on her ass.
Like hard.
Yeah. I mean, before that, what was it? The X Factor on the outside.
Yeah.
I will say though, man, the sponsorships were pretty obvious. I feel like this was the first Mania I watched where the ads and sponsorships were very.
Well, yeah, because this is the first Mania where they are starting to push it more.
I think last Mania was the start of it. That was a snowball. They're just selling out more and more.
It's just the fact that they're forcing it into entrances is kind of like, it's like.
Yeah, shout out the Weather Channel.
Yeah, that was a weird entrance.
Shout out the Weather Channel.
She might have had the worst entrance, Jade, with that Weatherman entrance.
You're probably not wrong.
That was probably because it was weird.
Like I get what it was trying to do, but I don't think it fit her character.
No, it did not fit. So I think they need to cool it down with the sponsors a bit.
I'd still give it like a 7. I can't lie. It's on par with the War Raiders for me.
It's kind of a bit better just because Naomi died. I kind of want to give it an 8.
For the sacrifice of
give it
Naomi,
an
I'll
8.
give it an 8.
I was thinking 8 too.
I was gonna give it an 8.
What
Next,
came after?
the Lucha, no?
Probably.
Or was it was it LA Knight?
What didn't shit?
Ooh.
Because it might have been LA Knight.
Yeah, you might be right.
Alright, next was LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu.
Oh, that match
was good.
It was good.
That match was good.
It was
That match was really good.
That what was it?
That
the moonsault
fucking
into
the
the
moonsault
BFT?
that got me up.
Which would start right here.
It started strong too, because Jacob didn't he attack him like straight from the beginning?
Yeah.
Or did we just miss something?
I don't know. Look, cause we were walking.
We were out there, and then someone wanted to be Mr. Sunset over here.
Well, sunsets are awesome.
So we walked in, and the match had already started.
Let us know if you like sunsets or sunrises.
Yeah, which is better.
Yeah, I say sunsets.
Yeah, I agree on sunsets. But Mr. Sunrise over here.
Who never wakes up. Oh, you do.
No, he's up until the sunrise. That's what it is.
But anyways, look, that match was fire. That was a good match. Another one where I didn't know what the hell was happening.
You just didn't know what anything was.
No, I don't. Look,
to be fair, yeah.
Compared to
this one, I didn't know anything.
Compared to last year, I fell off a bit more from wrestling. I still kept up, but I just, yeah.
What's keeping up to you?
Hmm?
What's keeping up to you?
Just mainly the main stuff, honestly. Just the main storyline, like the main event storylines. But LA Knight, I was rooting for LA Knight though. That's the only thing I kind of have to cry a little bit in the inside.
Yeah.
I was rooting for him to win.
And no solo at all.
For Fatu. Yeah, because look, I think they're gonna do the whole. He wins it cleanly, so Solo can get jealous.
Yeah. But can we talk about the athleticism though that Fatu had?
Oh yeah.
He was doing flips like for someone.
He's good.
For someone with that body type, that's fucking crazy.
And he's pretty fast too. He moves around the ring pretty
LA
fast.
Knight was also good too.
Yeah,
he's
come
good.
along. He was also got the you couldn't wrestle allegation.
Yeah, he did fine.
Pretty good.
Yeah, there was a lot of air in that match, and then he won clean. He's no dirty. He didn't do anything dirty, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
Yeah.
How did he win? Was it that? Because it wasn't that, right? The moonsault?
It was after it was I forgot how it ended, but it ended pretty non-memorably. Clearly,
It was it was good. It's because other matches happened. That's
so
for
for
sure.
that reason, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Really? That's low. Well, I mean, it's good. It's
I was
up
gonna
there.
give it an 8. I'm giving
But
it an
to
8.
not being able to remember the ending.
Because
But what if it's just obvious and we're just stupid?
Look, I really don't remember a lot of this shit.
It was good though. Look, it had to have been
It was
good. It was
Because it was. I'm pretty sure it was just was it like a swanton or some bullshit?
Between the
Look, so are we agreeing on one? Or are we just saying our own scores each?
No, I thought we were saying wrong scores each.
Look, I'd be down to give it like an 8 or 9.
The closing segment came as Fatu hit an avalanche Samoan drop and 2 springboard moonsaults to pin Knight in the center of the ring. I don't remember that, but I'm gonna pretend I.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, you.
I'm giving it an 8.
Alright,
You're still.
I'll give it an 8 as well.
8? I want to give it because I want to give it higher. It was actually pretty good. That's why I wish we had points, like a decimal. Oh man. Even if I had to give it a decimal, I guess it's closer to 8. I'll give it an 8. Yeah, I had a decimal. It'd be 8.4. Did wake the crowd up though, towards the end.
Look, I don't remember that crowd being loud at all.
For any match other than Jay-Z, and that was it. Because even that ending.
Even then, though, was the Yeats were that loud?
No.
They weren't that loud either. Yeah, unless that's just the problem with big stadiums. You don't really hear too much.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have room, like, echoes travel.
Yeah,
less or
that's
some shit
what I
like
was going to say. Maybe it's just a stadium. I don't know. We would also have to see other people who went there.
So you're saying you'd never perform in a stadium because of that reason?
Yeah. Yeah. Small venues go hard.
On that note, what was the next match? Grande Americano versus Rey Fenix.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. The debut.
Who was supposed to be Rey Mysterio?
Who was supposed to be Rey.
I think it was for the best, though.
That was a good match. Look,
that was a good match.
That was a good match.
If they really made that match like today, because of Rey Mysterio pulling out, they did a good job. That was good. At first, I thought it was gonna be like a little bit of a flop match. Like I thought someone was gonna take the pin within like 5 minutes.
I feel like we got the best of both worlds. Chad Gable, Grande Americano, you know, took care of like in the actual ring stuff, while Rey Fenix worked the ropes and like to the outside. And stuff.
That outside dive where he overshot, like he kind of overshot him.
He still got up though. That's what matters.
Yeah, it did look like there could have been potential botches though, like on the rope. It looked like his feet. I forgot what was it that he hit, but
you gotta remember he's 2-3 weeks barely signed to the company, and that was a last minute match. Like,
but the fact that Grande Americano won, are they gonna do something with them?
Rob,
I mean, they were teasing.
I still don't know where this goes though. That's the thing. Like, yeah, I get he has momentum now, but what is he gonna do as Grande Americano?
I think he's just gonna. I feel like this is all looping towards a rematch with Penta.
So it's foreshadowing, but it's Penta winning.
Maybe
we'll find out. But
I will say, dude, if Grande keeps momentum like that though for matches, I think they could definitely do something with him. However, they would have to, I feel like he would just have to change that gimmick though. I don't think the gimmick really sticks, at least for now.
I mean, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be obvious.
Yeah, he's supposed to know. Like,
yeah,
like it's obvious. He's from the Gulf of America that they put
out,
by the way.
All right. Maybe I'm just not used to it, but all right. I mean, maybe it could work out.
Even like Kid Titantron, they used AI to make it like he was like him saying he was there. It was clearly AI.
Yeah, I know. All right. I'll give that match like a. I'll give it an 8 as well. Good matches, I'm sure.
Because
7.
No, I was gonna say 9. I can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
I'll stick with 8, but 9, I could see it.
Cause yeah, I think I would have to give it a 9 just cause of just everything.
Look, and there's no exaggeration either. Like, these points are high for a reason. It's not because we're being too generous. Like, the matches were minus Gunter and Jay. The matches were good. The matches were good.
I was shitting on the card beforehand, but like those are actually pretty good matches.
Look, hey, I do believe though that sometimes they could be self-aware that the match card might not be like on paper or on poster might not be the best, but I think sometimes they are self-aware, so they just encourage everybody like, yo, like, go put your best out there. So, I mean, that's the best thing you can do. I mean, look, we agreed that the build-ups for a lot of these matches weren't the greatest. But, I mean, if they could pull out good matches, make WrestleMania memorable, especially on night one.
Look,
like, you do, if you're on night one, I think you do have to put on...
He might have a point where, like, how's night two going to top this?
Yeah, because I think as night one, you do have to... There is some type of pressure.
I mean, Cena winning, but you also got maybe
Orton's opponent.
The implosion of Judgment Day, maybe.
Because
night two can still.
That's the thing, man. Like, yeah.
Or be on par to where it's just a really good
WrestleMania overall.
You can never. That's the problem. You can never have two things and claim that it's for fairness or whatever. It's always gonna be one or the other. Like if they have two of something, it's like something has to be better than the other. It's not because of fairness. And I'm always thinking, the fact that there's two nights of WrestleMania makes me think that the second night is supposed to be better. But the fact that this one was pretty good.
Look, but hopefully those who were in attendance after getting shat on by the Twitter community can come back to better tomorrow.
Because the only one, 39 was still the one where I think night one was better. From the last three that I watched.
Yeah, I do remember night one being better than that.
Yeah.
My memory's ass.
Man, that was good.
But do have to give a quick shout out to WWE buying Lucha Libre AAA.
We'll see how that goes.
Because apparently he doesn't like luchadors or something like that.
No, see, first off, don't it's not that. It's just, I don't like the way WWE does luchadors. I feel like I don't know. For me, they treat them like fillers. That's how I view them. Like, I feel like they do them as fillers for like Raws and SmackDowns. Like, they don't really do much. Like, yeah, their wrestling capabilities are great, but storyline wise, you never see them in the main story. You always see them like feuding like for a few weeks with someone. Sorry, but no. Hopefully they can do something better. Maybe someone that's not trying to be Rey or Eddie Guerrero.
Do you think it's because maybe the people working the creative don't understand that culture to book it?
Probably, or maybe it's just the fact that like to be in the main, like they'd rather have someone like with a face, if that makes sense. It's like, is the mask a problem?
No, because that mask sold a lot for Rey.
Okay, we're Rey, fine, because he's iconic. But like,
yeah, and if you get the right masked man to become iconic.
Cause look, who was Penta? I guess for now. Look, he still has.
He's in the IC championship match, and he might win.
Look, he still has the hype for now because he just entered,
and he might win.
Yeah,
and he can cut promos.
It's still
he can speak English.
It's still a small window. Yeah, look, that's a good one too. But again, it's still a small window.
Can speak English, right?
Look, okay, I'll be fair. I'm not gonna say it's not possible that he's gonna do it. He could. Again, the best thing that can happen, he proves me wrong, or the company in general proves me wrong. However, it has been a while since someone who is either with a mask or a painted face, for that matter, that's been on that level.
Because they can't book him right.
Mm-hmm. But
it's
again,
not the problem.
I
the
feel
problem's
like,
not
again,
the face. The problem's not the
I
mask.
feel no. It's not a problem.
Piece the Demon Finn Balor.
Look, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. But I do believe that they view it as a problem. Look, Demon Finn. When was the last time we saw Demon Finn Balor?
Yeah, when he lost that edge.
When he lost.
When she shouldn't have lost, by the way.
He shouldn't have lost. Look, again.
That's just them hating.
I hope they prove me wrong, but that's what I noticed.
Why the fuck would anyone want to prove you wrong?
Oh, again, they're fucking. They don't have to prove me wrong, or they could just keep proving me right. And that, and then in the future, you still don't see anyone who's masked and face painted on that level.
Because Who else is masked? Wyatt Six. That's about it.
I'm trying to think.
Look, I think every gimmick has their turn, and I don't
Grand
think.
Americano's kind of getting pushed right now.
I get it. Look, again, I could be proven wrong, but I think every gimmick has their turn,
Where
and I
Ripley
think
wears face paint.
kinda.
Trying to
It's
think
not
what
really.
his face
It's not face paint.
Darby
though.
Allin should.
It's more
be
makeup.
AEW champion. You saw he's climbing Mount Everest?
Huh?
You saw
He did? Oh, he's doing it as we
He's
speak.
doing it right now.
Look, they do. She does wear makeup and maybe some face paint, but on their social media, how often do they also post her without it?
Yeah, but that's every woman. Sting.
Again, I think every gimmick has their turn, and I think slowly, like that type of gimmick is like in the past for now. If we were to go a little deeper on this, I think almost every kid is gonna like a mask. That looks cool. So I think that's an easy sell, regardless.
Look, but they just never gave Ray a chance. They genuinely just never gave him a chance.
And they're still.
That's kind of just on them.
Which one of you said it? That Ray's gimmick is always being the underdog.
Me.
One of you said
Yeah,
it.
literally, that's all Ray's gimmick is. Like he's the underdog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even Ray's popular because he was because he was one of the first.
You know what too though? It's also because a lot of the mask guys are small.
Yeah, I mean Lucha Libre is pretty tiny people.
Yeah.
Not tiny, but you don't have your super athletes that are like.
Is Penta the first kind of big one?
Wait, what is he, like 6 foot? Yo, if you're lucky, any of your Lucha Libres hit 6 feet.
Look, 'cause if you think about the successful mask people that worked, Kane, they're all tall.
Yeah, and even he had the world heavyweight belt a few times, and I think the WWE belt a few times too. But again, that was a different era, and there was a time where he stopped wearing the mask for a bit too,
And it went nowhere.
and it went nowhere.
Nah, it went somewhere kinda.
Yeah, but again,
They gave us Shane McMahon matches.
that's the thing. I think they're definitely in the big phase right now where they definitely want someone more representable. I think that's definitely how they look at who is the top dog sometimes too. Just my opinion. But all right, moving on.
Oh, you gotta rate that.
Oh yeah, I did 8. I gave it an 8. The chat. No, not the chat cable, but the lucha match. I gave it an 8.
Yeah, forgot. My bad. That was a 9 for me. You got a 9 as well.
Yeah. What if it's just slowly building up a lucha roster?
Maybe.
We already got so many that aren't used.
Well, that's why, so they can have a lucha division or some shit.
I mean,
Cruiserweight division.
just lucha people.
They just even cruiserweight they never done. They never stuck with it. It comes and goes.
WCW did it right.
Alrighty, what was next after that? Charlotte? Yeah, right.
Maybe.
Was it really that and then the main event?
Well, because he did have some things in between, like Shawn
The-
Michaels. Oh, Charlotte, that was kind of useless, by the way. Like
Shawn
Michaels doing the attendance number was pretty
that happened
useless.
at some point. The Hall of Fame
Yeah,
stuff.
Hall of Fame. We watched a little bit of it. I was more hyped for Triple H because it's Triple H.
Yeah, Tippy. Oh, Tippy time versus Charlie Flair.
Probably the most shocking match. Just because I really convinced myself that Charlie was going to win.
So did I. Which I still don't.
And I think now with... Look, to be fair, we just got to see what they do.
Maybe it was just
'Cause
a,
I think... What's up?
maybe it was a passing of the torch type of thing.
I kind of think that too. Because, like, are we getting Becky Lynch at some point?
She's yet to come back. Alexa.
It's because clock is ticking on that one too. Because she's only you know you can only be young.
Children. Yeah, she has like 3 children.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
can only be young for so long. And
But Alexa Bliss too came back, and I mean I don't get to watch SmackDown, but I don't see highlights of her on SmackDown.
yeah, but talking about the match, it was good. It was a little compared to the ones that we just reviewed. It was a bit more slower pace, maybe because it was longer.
But I think that match
It was good,
really
though.
good.
Yeah, at first, and again, the first half, I caught myself like on my phone a bit more because I was like, I think it did move a little slow, but it picked up towards the middle and end. there were some moves where I kind of thought more was gonna happen. That kind of didn't like do much or didn't really go anywhere, but the ending was good. The in-ring moveset from both women were good. Charlotte still did good regardless of her knee supposedly being injured. I thought she was gonna go over, but Tiff won. So that's basically the roller coaster of my emotions. Another match that I didn't really know too much either.
I mean, kind of bare bones. It's the winner of the Rumble.
She won the Rumble.
Yeah.
What's next for Charlotte?
I thought.
I think that's the real question that I'm more like, well, what's next for her? Like Tiffany Stratton, you can book her any opponent.
Yeah.
What's next for Charlotte? Because I really thought that's what she came back for.
Oh, color clashing.
Yeah, a lot of color clashing.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed it. Like you, the audience. I don't know if you guys noticed it.
People.
Yeah, you, the people. There was some color clashing in the like. It's a minor thing. It's a minor thing, but we're gonna talk about it like it's major. I don't know. I just noticed that there was some color clashing, pink and pink, and then the lucha match, red and red.
Jade,
yellows.
Yeah, so there was some color clashing, which was kind of like
you had to play Clash Royale.
So it wasn't that. I guess the colors, whatever you want to call it, the color scheme wasn't that pleasing. And this match was definitely another example of the sponsors being shoved down their throats too, with Barbie.
Yeah, but that was a good entrance.
It was good. Speaking of which, it was the better entrance of
best entrance of the night.
Of the night, probably. Well, although we weren't here what the entrances of
the main event.
Yeah. And we didn't see the Jay's full entrance.
Yeah, we didn't see Jay's full entrance.
Well,
I'm sure it was just
crowd.
Just
well, what do you mean? We did see right?
We saw Romans and
Romans and Punks. Did we see Romans?
No, we were walking back.
Yeah. But it was a good match though, regardless. The figure, I think I went to that. I think I went into that one open-minded. I really didn't know how it was gonna go out.
No, I was fully set. Charlotte's winning, and I think I wanted to be angry. And then now I'm like, oh.
I think I knew she was gonna win. I just didn't know how. That was the thing. I didn't know how the match would be orchestrated. So I was going in with an open mind with it.
I'm gonna give it like
I'd probably give it an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it a
7.
Look, I'll probably give it a 7 because I caught myself like spacing out a little bit during that match.
Yeah, it had its like filler time.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I think I'm gonna give that one a 7. It was good though. No, I don't really have too many complaints on that one. So it was better than Jey Uso versus Gunther. So.
Well, that no.
Oh, speaking of which, I didn't even mention the LA Knight match with Jacob Fatu. That's the match that Jey Uso thought he had or thinks he had.
Well, I guess you mentioned it right now.
Yeah, that's the match he thinks he had, but no. Fuck that match. But yeah, so in case you haven't caught the pattern, every match has been better than the first one.
On to the main event.
10 out of 10 main event.
Already?
That's
going
my
out the points.
Yeah. Because look, that match. Oh, dude.
And you wanted that one to be first.
Because there's some matches. Look, because realistically, the only reason that they ended it is because of the Paul Heyman turn.
Yeah. Double turn.
I called that. That was a good predict. I called that prediction. I just felt it. To me, it was just obvious he was going to betray both of them.
Look, because I knew Rollins was going to win. I had that feeling that it was going to be like... Because I don't know, he just felt like the underdog, but also more like... Felt like his reward to everything.
Yeah, look, don't be fooled. I may be wearing a Punk shirt, but that's only because I lost the Rollins one. I was absolutely rooting for Rollins, and he took every single bump.
He's right. He's so
Roman.
Yeah, he's
right there.
He's right here.
He took a lot of bumps tonight.
Yeah.
His table spot looked worse.
That it shattered pretty badly.
The only match that used tables and weapons in general.
Yeah, I do agree with you at the end where like those last 10 minutes was just spamming of the finishers. Just
I think they used it right though. Like it was spamming, but they kind of used it right. Cause
they kicked out of a lot of shit though.
Yeah,
but
did.
I mean, I guess we're kind of at that point already now.
I think I'm in between because I don't like the spamming of finishers, but there was a moment where they spammed each other's finishers and none of them were getting pinned. So I think.
The callback to WrestleMania 31.
Yeah.
To tie it up with the Money in the Bank. Oh, the way he caught him. That looked better. That one looked better. Yeah. That one actually looked like he spiked down.
The Spirits of Pedigree.
Yeah, that one looked. Oh,
cinematic right there.
They got it back.
10 years ago, that was literally the ending. Minus Lesnar. Who will make it come back? Whoever betted on that is broke tonight.
Come back.
We still have one more night.
He's Randy's Mysterio opponent.
Can you imagine the rematch?
Let us know in the comments what you think is.
If you want him back or not, because I don't think we can have him back.
If this video is uploaded by tomorrow, let us know. But yeah,
or actually, let us know what you thought about when he came back, because he's coming back.
He's coming back for sure. We read the script.
Put Lesnar on the thumbnail.
Lesnar return.
Oh man, they did go outside the crowd for a bit.
When Roman jumped over the barricade.
Yeah, that was a big ass jump.
Cause I'm trying to really put all those. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I can never remember them in sequence. I only remember like parts.
Remember what caught my eye, cause I fucking when Rollins threw Roman into the steps.
That was pretty hard. Yeah,
he threw him pretty hard.
The standing guillotine. The guy that.
Roman Reigns could not take an Anaconda Vice.
Yeah, he could not take it. He just. My problem, Roman Reigns. He's a good. Yeah. There was a moment where I thought Punk was going to get it, though. I think it was when he GTS'd Rollins.
And, yeah.
He was the last one to get GTS'd.
Yeah. Because Roman was out.
That double frog splash, though, looked pretty bad. That looked like it probably hurt. When he frog splashed onto.
Oh yeah, when they win that choke.
I just don't. I don't get why they can't make make Seth hit that one.
The Phoenix Splash.
The Phoenix Splash.
Do you think it's just he wouldn't be able to land it safely on his opponent?
Maybe.
But really, just to always tease it, and not let him hit it once.
He never hits it.
I low-key was hoping that he was gonna hit it.
That's what
I've yet to see it.
The only thing that makes sense to me is that maybe that move is just kayfabe, kind of like the Randy's punk kick.
Yeah, but then he hits it every now and then still.
When was the last time he hit it?
Good question, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Like I've seen it happen. So.
Because I would
trust me.
Look. All I'm saying is this, though. If that move is really going to be safe for something special, it has to be the one that puts his opponent away.
I mean, realistically, it probably would have been Owens. He probably would have pulled it off for Owens, but...
Look, because he has the form. The form is there. He can definitely pull it off. But for some reason, they never let him hit it. That's what I'm saying. So it's either too dangerous, like Yair said, or it's just that powerful. Or, you know what? I'll take that back, kind of, because clearly it's not powerful if people have managed to escape it. But maybe when it lands...
Maybe it's just their favorite sequence. They like the way it looks. They like the way he just lands on his feet. And he rolls. Yeah. And it makes sense.
There's someone else, though, right? That can never hit a certain type of finisher? Or move? There is someone else, isn't there?
There's like a lot of people.
That for some reason can never hit it? I feel like there's someone else out there who can't hit a certain move either. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that much good drama towards the end, especially. But I wanted to point this out too. A prediction that not prediction, but a pattern we noticed was that a lot of the matches were pretty predictable. And I think this one kind of falls in line with it too. I think a lot of it was a bit predictable. Either it's predictable or maybe that's just how much we've watched wrestling.
You say that, but we all got 2 wrong? Me and you got
Well,
You guys got LA Knight wrong. I got the
Did we?
Stratton wrong.
I mean, look, we predicted. Look, to be fair, with the LA Knight one, I was rooting for LA Knight. I just wanted. I had my doubts, but my heart was just saying LA Knight. But I don't think it was so much like, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna win. But, did you know Fatu was gonna win that?
Right, but I'm more saying like exactly. You said your arguments that the matches were predictable. So
Yeah.
some matches. Some
They were, cause like, they were. I think, cause I do get what AJ's saying. Like, watching wrestling throughout the years, you kind of do notice when maybe, all right, they're hinting at something like when you noticed immediately as you saw the look that Heyman gave to Rollins.
Yeah.
Or it's like, you kind of do pick up on shit like throughout the match. Cause I did question would Heyman team up with him, but I wasn't like 100% sure. I'd still say it wasn't like, yeah, cause I wouldn't call it like 100% predictable, but the winners did kind of seem predictable.
Yeah. It was fun though. They were fun to watch.
Yeah.
They were eye pleasing, but I think again I don't know. Maybe I can't tell if they're predictable or maybe I'm just older now.
We're too good.
Again, maybe that just comes with maturity. Cause
No, cause yeah, again, I feel like it is a lot of you kind of do notice how the match goes. Kind of. I don't know, cause at the end of the day, it's shit kind of repeats itself. We've seen a lot of this shit happen before.
yeah, I'll give it a 10.
Yeah, how many times is fucking Seth gonna hit Roman with the chair?
Yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah, another thing. Seth always ends up on
Seth's
top.
always winning.
He's always whenever it's him and Reigns involved, he always comes out on top.
As it should be.
Yeah. So I wonder if that will be
Cause
addressed.
it's like rock paper scissors. He always got Roman number. Roman always had Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose always had Seth.
No Rock either.
Well,
No
maybe
Rock.
tomorrow.
Not
It was like a
I still think
slight.
it's tomorrow.
There was like slight prediction, wasn't there? Wasn't there like a slight
Maybe that he would come out for the Roman match.
for Roman?
I
It
don't
was
know.
slight.
I never bought it.
Just why not?
But yeah,
Because
maybe
he's The Rock.
Cause
And he
can,
came
I
out
guess.
for Elimination Chamber and hasn't been out since.
Nor mention, nor nothing. Just
He came out for.
Look.
Remember, he came out for Bad Blood, and that was the reason that Hell in a Cell did a main event.
Yeah, 10 because of the drama.
Then what would you rate the whole night as itself? Because I can't lie, there was a point where I did go, really? Like, damn, like, so he is just gonna come back with Roman.
yeah.
And then once he got like right behind him, I'm like, all right, something's gonna happen. Like,
I thought Roman was gonna hit him with the chair. I can't lie. I thought Heyman would no spot for Heyman. I thought Heyman.
yeah, I thought Heyman was gonna take a spot
bump
too.
tonight.
I was so certain, but I guess they needed him standing up.
Yeah. I'm the whole night. I'll give it like an 8. Hoping that tomorrow will be better.
Yeah, I'll give it a. You know, if that first match never happened,
It would have been a 10.
it would have been a 10. But because it was there, yeah, I'll give it like an 8 as well. Not a bad first night. Yeah, we'll see if the second one. Yeah,
Look, I do have high hopes for it because like there are some interesting storylines with it.
yeah, not a bad night 1.
Hopefully, night 2 will be better. But only one way to find out.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing tonight?
Sucks.
Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley, triple threat. I hope Io retains.
I feel like Io's gonna retain because if she lost, I don't think they would want to do a short reign with her. So I think she's gonna win.
Well, you guys are gonna be wrong when Bianca wins.
Ooh.
Probably match of the night. Io Sky won.
Off the bat, AJ was correct.
That was a 10 out of 10. I was right though, but that was a 10 out of 10 match.
So next up, street fight. Who you guys got?
Still,
I don't know the build up well, but I'm gonna root for Drew Mac.
not teaming Priest.
I want to root for Drew McIntyre, but I think Damian Priest is gonna win.
Yeah, but I'm gonna root for Drew Mac. That's my call.
I'm gonna go with Damian.
This.
You know what? I think I'm happy to be wrong.
You're
Yeah.
0-2 as we speak.
That's
Look,
fine.
I think the first two matches of this one kind of proved that night 2 is pretty good.
Night 2 might be night 1.
Yeah. Drew Mack, I'm happy he won. He deserves it. He's awesome.
He's being pushed. He's gonna win the World
Wow,
Heavyweight title.
back-to-back wins at Mania then. 41, 40.
Yeah, but like it got cashed in.
Oh yeah.
Still,
By fucking.
So that's he technically won and lost twice in one night.
And it was so yeah, that actually kind of was a long build up then. I kind of forgot about it. And what about 39? He was also in 39, no? Did he win?
no, he was in that triple threat.
Mmm.
All right, fatal four-way for the IC champion.
Like I'm gonna root for Braun Breaker.
Look, because I want Braun Breaker to win, but I don't feel. I feel like they're gonna let Penta win. Penta's for sure winning.
My official vote is Penta, but honestly, I wouldn't even have with anyone. I hope Dom wins.
Because yeah, what if Dom wins to break up the Judgment Day?
Yeah, we're Finn. Finn too.
Yeah,
It'd be
but I
nice.
feel like Dom would make more sense. Sadly,
It would be a good reason to like push Judgment Day storyline. But I got Braun Breaker.
I got Penta.
yeah, I think I'm going with Penta. Ah, but is it too soon?
Because I feel like they do it now and then pair him up with his brother later. Because if he doesn't win it now, he's gonna pair with his brother soon, and they're gonna tag him for it.
Look, yeah, I'm probably gonna go Penta.
I'm going Penta.
That was fucking fire, dude. That was fire.
Were we all wrong? You guys
Well,
I said
Breaker?
I thought Braun was gonna take it, but Dom
no. I
took.
said Penta.
I said Penta, so we are all wrong.
We were all wrong, but I'm
I'm
glad.
happy with that. Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good
I'm
one.
glad he
About time
finally.
he got his fucking title.
Yeah, yeah.
So, who do you think is gonna be Randy's mystery opponent?
If we're being real, no jokes, it could be Rusev. Could be.
Nick Aldis.
I don't know.
Look, because I saw Aleister Black get teased, so that's what I'm hoping for.
Alright.
Alright. People in the sea.
Dang that!
Do you believe in Joe Henry? Because apparently WWE did not.
No.
Short ass match.
Turn on the lights. Can't see.
Yeah, look, they squashed him. They squashed
I say
him.
squash
It
because
was-
he was on top most of the match. It's just the match was fucking short.
How long was that match? Was it 5 minutes?
Logan Paul had a better match against Randy Orton. Than,
Was it 5 minutes?
or some felt like it at least.
Money in the Bank. In LA.
We're in LA finally.
I'm done.
Like,
Yeah.
I was definitely disappointed.
Yeah, I'm disappointed
For
too.
a big pop, unexpected.
To have your TNA, to have the TNA champion lose like that, I don't know. That's, oof. I mean, the RKO was really good,
Yeah.
but I thought he was gonna kick out.
Look, because it is the moment. You got both moments, but
Yeah, it just makes him look weak. That's the thing.
It looked like a Rumble spot.
yeah. Yeah, you know. AJ Styles, Logan Paul.
Look, I'm gonna be rooting for AJ Styles, but I think Logan's gonna win.
But AJ Styles has been feuding with Karrion Kross this whole time leading up there. That's what you've missed. That's the only thing I've caught up with on SmackDown.
Look, what if
Karrion interrupting and
what if Styles wins but he cheats?
I'm still going Logan.
I feel like Logan might win too.
So Karrion-
And if anything, that drives Styles to carry.
Yeah, I think Logan might win.
That was a good match. I don't care what you say. That was a good match. Logan won. Interference by Karrion Kross. Exactly how I talked about it.
Look, it was good. I just don't like the ending. The ending kind of sucked.
The ending made sense though.
Yeah, how we.
You haven't, yeah. Look, it made sense if you watch it all.
Yeah, but it's like for a Mania, that kind of sucks. Kind of felt like a Raw ending.
I just want you to know though that this is how Judgment Day felt when it first started.
Yeah.
Kind of.
This was one of the worst acting I've ever seen.
I don't know.
All right, what did we miss? Who won?
Becky Lynch and Lyra.
Lyra Valkyria to champs.
Yeah, the woman Becky Lynch came back.
The man.
Yeah.
Man.
It was okay. It was filler, to be honest with you, but it was alright. Tomorrow, because again, we pointed, you pointed it alright, down one and she lose. Or you did.
Yeah, and Dom's not gonna hang out with
Look at
losers.
Indian. Watching it with no
Yeah.
when this was recorded. Look, UK.
Bucky's, hey, your Bucky's fucking hot.
Oh, nice.
What happened to wife beater Stone Cold?
He ran into the barricade and killed someone.
Kill someone. We're about to have a green shirt guy part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna see her in every event now.
So who won?
John Cena. Look, he's right there, dude. With Travis.
No rock. Boo.
How do you feel? Look, 'cause I'm happy for the moment. The match kind of sucked.
And it kind of ended fast.
Yeah, the match did kind of feel short.
Because we got 20 minutes and
Till 10?
till 10.
Jeez.
Well, we did. I mean, the Randy match was short.
Yeah.
Alrighty, boys. Night 2 is concluded.
Mm-hmm.
Mania overall is done. Mania 41 is done. What do we think?
Overall, great Mania. The main event sucked.
I kind of thought the first half was better than the second half.
So night 1?
No. Like of night 2, only night 2. The first half of the show was better than the second, in my opinion.
They started off strong this night. I can't lie.
Like
I'm still gonna say I prefer night 2 over night 1.
the first like 3 or 4 matches were pretty hype.
Nah, I think night 1 was the better night. I can't lie.
Really?
Yeah, I think the only thing
I don't know, because the crowd was
The
alive.
collective-
More
the
alive
only
second
thing-
night.
that night 1 has against it was the crowd. But this crowd with night 1 would have been way better. Because really the only thing. Because we kind of got to go through it match by match.
Yeah.
Alright, first match was the
Match
triple
of
threat.
the
The triple
night.
threat match.
Match of the night.
Match of Mania?
Probably.
10 out of 10 for me already.
Yeah, because
That
that
was-
was probably the only 10.
Like pure wrestling, probably the best match of the whole Mania.
That was good.
Story wise, maybe still
Still up there. I mean,
triple threat yesterday's though.
Look,
yeah,
it
but
was
main
still,
event
it's, that story wasn't that
from
bad.
from
They
start
gave
to
it time.
from start to finish. It was strong and fast. Like they,
Just the way you like it.
yeah, it was a good pace. It was a fast paced match, but it was good. They definitely gave it their all.
I think
They-
that's what woke the crowd up too.
There was crazy bumps too. Like they had every move they took was real. Nobody
Yeah.
faked anything.
There was a lot of times where I thought it was going to be over. Because the only two I saw winning, I kept thinking they were going to have Rio win for some reason again. Or they were going to have Io win. I was for sure on Io because she only had the belt for like a short amount of time.
Grading it wise, I'd give it it has to be a 10.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 10.
Yeah.
Easy 10 for me. That was good. Can't wait to see what they do next. Backlash.
Look, I feel like they're gonna run Rhea and Bianca 1-on-1 for Backlash.
Next match after was
The Sin City Street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre.
which was good.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good too.
From last year to this year, that was pretty good. Cause not gonna lie, I didn't remember them feuding last year, but as soon as I remembered, I was like, oh shit, it kind of came full circle. From last year, Drew Mac getting cashed down by
Damian Priest.
Damian Priest.
And then getting thrown out at the Rumble.
Senior Money in the Bank. That was botched, by the way.
Was it?
Well, remember the whole. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the
Drew
Rumble
McIntyre
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was pissed.
I was
don't
re-
know why they were talking about the Money in the Bank.
It is crazy though. He was Drew Mac was chasing that belt all year,
Yeah.
and now he finally got it. Now I'm kind of proud. I'm glad he got it.
Well, he doesn't have the
He
belt.
doesn't have that wasn't for a belt.
Oh, was it? I don't know. It felt like it was for a belt.
What Mania
What
were
belt did
watching?
I don't know. It felt like it was for a
What
title.
illegal website were you watching?
It felt like it. That was like a championship style match, so it was good. But yeah, it was good. Crazy bumps on that one. He put the chair on him on his neck
He didn't hit it though.
Yeah, he didn't hit it though.
on the
but-
corner, didn't he?
Nah, that was more towards was that on his neck? I think
it
he
was the
just
head. He just threw him like
sandwiched
yeah.
it.
Mm.
He's talking about the Claymore ending.
Claymore ending was
Because I
good.
didn't expect Priest to go through the table.
Yeah, nah, I kind of saw it as soon as he took too long on the ropes.
Look,
Yeah, but I'm more saying when the table was set up, I was like, oh, McIntyre's gonna go through it.
I think they did good for like living up to that title of it being a street match, because they went everywhere outside the ring. They went through tables. They used weapons. I only still wish that there was some more blood in it, but it was pretty good overall.
That future shot on the steel steps.
That
It's
he
crazy.
immediately cut him on the back.
Look, my first thought was how was this match gonna live up to the previous, and I think so. I think it matched the energy. The crowd woke up, and yeah, it was good. It was a really good match. I loved it.
What would you rate it? I'd probably give it like,
I'd give it like a 9.
yeah, I was gonna go 8.
I was gonna go 8. I can't
Yeah.
lie.
I'll give it a 9, only because I really didn't know much about it, and when it was happening, I got invested. So, that's my special extra point that I'm giving for it. So next up was the Fatal 4-Way with Dom, Finn, Penta, and
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. My prediction was wrong. I had Braun winning
I
that
think
one.
we were all wrong.
Yeah.
I had Penta.
Yeah, it's because Dom was.
Shout out Dom winning. Look, about time.
I didn't think Penta was gonna win because I kind of thought it was too soon, in some way. Like I thought maybe it might have been too soon to give him a Mania win.
Because genuinely, I don't see him where he goes from now. Like, that's not.
Well,
John's
now he's
brother.
Yeah, now he's gonna go join his brother.
So,
Probably.
Look, I'm telling you, they don't like masked people. They don't like masked
which is
people.
crazy because he came in with hype. He came
I mean,
in,
you're acting like the
To
hype
be-
still isn't there though.
But look, to be fair though, I mean Dom and Finn have been there for a lot, way longer. Dom has been putting in good work.
We can't act like this loss is gonna derail Penta.
No, it
it
won't.
is. You're never gonna see him again.
It won't
Just
be.
like Andrade. Andrade lost a couple U.S. titles. He lost like the 7 against Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah,
That's not a
that's Andrade. Penta's Penta.
Overdue though. I think Dom is good though.
Yeah,
Dom
it's been-
definitely deserved it. The way he won too was good. Two finishes this night that was similar.
Also, the worst might be holding back Andre.
Maybe I don't think I talked about that finish much for that first match, because just like the first match, this one ended with someone coming out of nowhere from the air and getting the
Yeah.
pin. So that was good, and he hit the 619, which was good. Failed it
On
on
Braun
Finn.
Breaker.
On Braun Breaker, but
He failed it on Finn
Finn.
because they're gonna build that up the moment he hits that though. It's gonna be like at SummerSlam.
are they ever gonna put Finn like over?
Probably not. Cause look, we got when he came back to celebrate. I feel like we got the Dom face turn. Finally.
I still wish he won last year's Mania too, but I guess patience is key. I guess.
Carlito coming out.
Carlito coming out taking
Getting
bumps.
killed. Yeah, he got through the table.
That's his thing now. He's just gonna take bumps. I guess
I'd
maybe
Probably give that an 8.
give it an 8. Yeah,
Same.
I'll give it an 8. First 3 matches were just like
And it was banger after
banger after banger. Mm-hmm.
Solid
Banger
start.
Bros.
Yeah.
I think the show did start off too hot for its own good. Maybe.
For if the rest of it was gonna go this way, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying because look.
We'll get
We
there.
get there.
We'll get there. Next match, we have the was it Randy? Was Randy after that?
Or was it Becky?
No.
No.
Was it Randy?
Am I okay? Yeah, you called it.
Kinda.
Kinda.
Because my official prediction was Aleister Black, but seconds before I go Joe Henry, and he appeared, and I'm sorry.
He said his name.
Because he should have stayed at home.
Really,
shit.
he should have stayed.
I would have.
Oh man.
I mean, look, it
Look,
was a nice moment. I mean, look, because it was surreal to see the TNA champion walking down the WrestleMania ramp And then all of that joy kind of just died down the moment that RKO. Because even then, that RKO was so cool.
Like,
It came out of nowhere. It's like literally that was the definition of out of nowhere.
Like, imagine if they did that to Cody Rhodes back in WrestleMania 38.
Yeah.
Like, it's this. Look, this is the one thing that people used to bitch about Vince is that he would never put over ex-WCW people.
That was truly like how they would treat a WCW guy.
Literally.
Really?
And
Yeah.
Sting had a good match, but they made him lose by getting sledgehammer to the face. And then Booker T, way back when, got buried by Triple H.
Even Goldberg.
Goldberg did.
But Goldberg was more because apparently he turned down working live events. So that was kind of his punishment.
Okay.
Even though Triple H was injured.
Well, look, I don't like it because it kind of just makes you. It gives off the impression that they're really trying to say that anyone else's guys, top guys, in in other companies
Aren't even on our level.
Yeah, not on their level, and it's just like, look, I'm not saying he definitely should have won, but if he was gonna have a match with Randy, make it interesting.
It was was it 5 minutes?
Yeah, it was like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was just a moment at that point. It's just a moment.
It was just disrespectful. I'm sure Joe.
got two funny clips out of it though. You got the RKO out of nowhere, and then you got RKO hitting the post.
Yeah.
They do. I'll be honest with you. They do have. They're starting to have like those weird camera angles where, I mean, I get it. They want more of the shock value, like where things come out of nowhere. But you kind of saw that a lot in this Mania, like especially when
really though, I feel like if anything, they kind of zoomed out of a lot of moments where people were gonna come in diving in to break up a pin.
Yeah, like with EO.
I feel like if anything, that camera was good with the Joe Henry one when he got hit with the RKO. That's how they should have done those pins instead of cutting out.
Other people that I think could have worked. Yeah, I'm just only going off of the ones that I agree with from what I read. Jeff Hardy could have been interesting. Sami Zayn, for some reason, I only got that one because Christian mentioned that he wasn't in this Mania, but it could have been something. Rusev was my guess because he got signed again recently.
Did he?
I think I remember hearing.
I saw it somewhere that Big E confirmed it or something like that. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, so I thought maybe that could have been Rusev's re-debut, but.
Well, I thought Nick Aldis, because that's what Randy said like 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Told him to lace up his boots, meet him in the ring.
So realistically, Randy Orton's TNA champion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man. So I mean, that's twice. That's twice now that Joe Henry has been in WWE.
3 times now, because more honestly, I mean, if we're considering NXT appearances.
Has he lost every single time in NXT?
I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure he's gotten some wins.
But I wonder what they're gonna do with Randy. Randy's gonna. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good wrestling moment.
How do you even rank that?
If I rank it, I'll give it like a.
I feel like a 6 just to be generous. It kept me entertained.
I'll give it a 4.
It was, to me, it was what Cena in theory was at WrestleMania 39.
Yeah.
Where it was about to get good and then it just ended.
Look, I'll give it like a 4 out of 10, and all those points are just made up from the shock value, the crowd reaction, the person of choice, but the way the match happened, like kind of like made me feel empty. So
look, I'll meet both of you in the middle and say 5.
Yeah. AJ Logan happened after. Well, next, sorry.
I didn't like the camera angle. I'm not gonna lie.
For what?
The drone?
Entrance, yeah. I don't look.
It was more so the drone looked kind of, the quality looked off.
Yeah, you said it best. It looked like microwave camera.
Yeah, microwave camera. It wasn't all that. Kind of lackluster entrance for Logan compared to the ones he had in recent years.
With that being said, though, he did perform really good. I can't lie.
Yeah, the match was good.
He took bumps. AJ definitely did his thing. Very athletic for a 47-year-old.
Both of them.
Yeah. It was. It was a little predictable. I mean, I picked Logan. I picked Logan to win, right?
I'm pretty sure we all did. Yeah.
Yeah. It was predictable, which is something that was an ongoing problem from day one. So I think this was probably like the first. This might have been the first match, right? That was predictable from this night. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it was a little predictable. It was entertaining. I kind of felt empty with the ending.
Nah, the ending made sense.
It makes sense, fine, but I didn't. I don't know. If it was just,
Watch Raw.
it was just
Yeah.
kind of. It was just weak.
Genuinely, that might be his Logan's best match. Like taking everything. It's kind of like the moves he took, the moves he gave, and story wise, like what did he kick out of the Styles Clash before Karrion came
I
out?
think so.
It was like a pretty bad one.
He kicked. He
Kicked out of a sequence.
He kicked out. He took. I don't know. Honestly, actually.
Look, but yeah, you gotta watch Raw to understand.
No, it's
Karrion
just.
was
I
out
get
there.
it. I get it. But it could have been. I think it could have been executed a lot better. It just kind of made the ending feel empty. We were just kind of like.
How? But I mean, how would you have done it?
I don't know. Like if the match was. Look, here's the thing. The match was good. Like even without before that.
Yeah, but you kind of needed that. They were low key building that more than they were building AJ Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look again. If they were gonna do it, I just think they could have done it in a better way.
Then give us the way.
I'm not the creator, sweetheart. I don't know. I didn't like it. It was like, I just think the momentum died for me.
Because the match was over.
Yeah. It was alright. So I'm giving it like I'm gonna give it like a 7.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like the ending.
Jeez.
Makes sense all you want, but I don't know. I didn't like the ending.
I'm giving it an 8.
Because the match was good, but it wasn't like 9 good. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that match an average match. Then to me, that's what a 7 is.
Yeah, it was alright. It was alright.
Fair. And with that, we have the death of a fan, maybe.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold coming out.
I called that. That one I called.
That was next.
You were just like.
I was on fire. I
Yeah,
called a
you were
bunch of
like
shit.
the bad juju over here.
Stone Cold. I was not a fan when he came out because I still can't forgive him for not coming out last year.
And beating his wife.
Yeah, you can't condone that.
And then he fucking runs into the barricade. Probably hit that fan. Did he dent the barricade? Because that barricade did
pushed
look
back,
movable.
Yeah, pushed back.
Who pushed it back? Who got thrown into it on night one?
Roman, like,
Fucking
yeah.
that pushed back. So yeah, that shit actually did look movable. And if she was bleeding on it, I could probably see your foot maybe getting hit. Because yeah, people were. You guys, they were downstairs, but people were. I saw all of that.
They're useless ass statistics. Those were some useless.
Yeah,
ass
they
statistics.
combined night 1 and night 2.
It's like no, you can't.
Oh, you guys missed Stone Cold saying bullshit and it didn't get censored.
Really?
Yeah, but shit doesn't get censored. It's only fuck.
Look, it's bullshit to combine both because some like a lot of those fans were there from last night too.
Yeah, but it did jump 2,000 new fans at least. So that does. At least
But we
show.
know there's more. It's like
yeah,
fuck
like,
you.
fuck
It's like
you. Cope.
no. Like you guys always lie about your numbers. It's okay.
He started counting. Got to like 20.
Yeah. I missed it because
Yeah,
I was getting tacos though.
I think the highlight was him running over.
Yeah, and then security checking up on.
And then unconfirmed if she was there. Did you see her again?
I don't know. Actually.
Yeah, I had to pay attention.
Let us know.
She might have missed the main event.
Well, no, because then it was Liv Morgan and Raquel versus.
Actually, we might have jumped the gun. Because wasn't the match first? No.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
It was. So
I
you're gonna have to edit this around.
Nah, we don't.
Alright,
Because, fuck it.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Lyra Valkyria
And the returning Becky Lynch.
About time.
About time, probably not a tag match. She should have been there at the Rumble.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that because I wanted to see her.
And now we have Lyra Vacaria.
As double champ, and I'm not over that. I don't know. Yeah, that match is just alright. It was more of a Becky moment. Just give her a moment, a return.
Yeah, that was like the highlight of it. She came back. Yeah, it was alright.
I was just here for Liv, I'm not gonna lie.
It was okay. Filler. It was entertaining.
It was the match to... How do I say it? Kind of
to breathe.
Yeah, the
After.
breather. The breather.
Oh, the
It was
breather match.
That and plus the Stone Cold thing. That was like the breather between Logan and...
Yeah.
Oof. The match they thought was going to seal the show.
Yeah, so, yeah, the match was okay.
Probably give it 7. Yeah,
I'll
7, because there wasn't anything atrocious about it. It was just a match.
I'll give it like a 6.
I might agree with you. I'll go with the 6 on that one.
Because you gotta think about the platform it's on too. It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, but...
main event time?
Main event.
1.
You're giving it 1
For the utter letdown that it was. Anyone that's saying that match was alright is a liar.
See, it's like... That's why I said earlier that the first half was honestly better than the second half. Because, like, it really went downhill. Look,
the match wasn't bad.
In the moment, during
bad.
the moment of the match, because of the, obviously the build-up wasn't all that, in my opinion, but, heel Cena for the first time.
That was literally the build-up.
Yeah,
knew it was heel Cena.
Heel Cena, for the championship, so the hype for me was there, and the uncertainty that he might also not win was there. So of course, in the moment, I was excited during the match. I did catch on that it was a little slow, and I thought, okay, maybe that's just, given his age, they're just going to start off slow, and then it'll build up from there. But there was that one thing that I don't like that started happening, which was the spamming of finishers. Except it was mainly just for Cena.
He hit
he only hit 4 A's.
Yeah. And one of them was an avalanche.
Yeah.
Didn't get the STF in.
No, he got it in.
Oh yeah, because the STFU.
Before that, he did wrestle a little different. He had like a heel style, especially when he was doing the shoulder tackles.
Yeah, he was doing it slow.
Yeah.
I specifically called him doing the top rope leg drop and getting caught into a powerbomb.
Yeah.
But he didn't break his neck again.
That was scary because I thought maybe he didn't.
He landed it weird.
He didn't move for a bit, so I was like, shit, it happened again. Cody kind of got his ass kicked during the match.
Yeah, Cody got his ass kicked.
He didn't really do too much. I mean, it was technical at first, to be expected, but the whole match though, you couldn't help but ask yourself, where was The Rock? Yeah, Travis was supposed to be expected. I think he kind of ruined it by posting on social media.
What was it?
Pretty much he's gonna. Yeah, he has a surprise for Cody or whatever. Something more along those lines. So he kind of ruined it.
But we kind of already knew.
Yeah. Look, it doesn't.
I feel like I'm more surprised The Rock didn't come out. Like I wouldn't have whether he said something or not. I'm more surprised The Rock didn't come out. Because why were you there at the chamber?
I'm also worried. I'm also worried too that going forward from here, we're still not gonna get an explanation of that night in Elimination Chamber. Like why they three specifically teamed up. Because till then, Cena's explained that he's against the fans now after years of torment, whatever.
And clearly Travis is against the fans too because he didn't care that one of them died at his concert.
Yeah, exactly. And there's just still a lot of missing elements to it that I think could have been used for build-up. But again, with The Rock not being there, Travis not being around until around now, it's just like it's still kind of like an empty thing. And now we're going to have to spend a year of Cody crying and rebuilding his brand, and he's probably going to win it again.
But I kind of would rather see that than what we might see from Cena matches.
Yeah, it kind of makes me worried for Cena matches going forward from here. Again, the match started interesting, and I guess towards the end, look, it was weird.
Because I feel like towards the end, they slowed it down it went from a wrestling match to a cinematic.
Look, cause don't look. I get it.
Well, that's as soon as the ref went down. This was like half the match.
Look, I get it. Travis's music is hype, but he took forever, dude, going down that
Yeah.
ramp. That was like, for
Yeah, cause look, that's more wrestling though.
he should have just honestly just came out of nowhere. That would have been better.
Yeah, but you know he wants that moment on top of the stage.
And look, I could see why wrestling fans would be pissed with him specifically getting involved, because it's just kind of like,
But if wrestling fans are pissed about that, then they have to be pissed about the fact that wrestling is even mainstream.
yeah.
Which some are.
We wouldn't have WrestleMania without this.
Well,
Remember
Yeah,
what
on
WrestleMania
Netflix.
1 started off with? Who was in the main event? It was a
Mr.
tag team match with Mr. T.
so we're kind of just going backwards now.
We're going backwards, but clearly now we're moving forward. Clearly things are so different, but you gotta at least know what works.
It's almost like the wrong things are the main events now.
Well, it's almost like no one won the Rumble to get this match.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I don't know, man.
I'll give this
The
match.
it was weird. Cause what would you genuinely give it?
The match itself,
Cause it was alright.
7. That's my 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll give it like a 6. 1 point extra for it being a 17th win, but
But take that point away because it wasn't even a good celebration. They
Cause
literally
he's
did
heel.
but for him breaking the record, really nothing.
He's heel. I guess so. That was a sacrifice. Look, I don't know.
it felt like it was a weekend. It was a week ending.
It was weird.
It was weak, weird, anticlimactic.
Were we too hyped for it? Maybe. But I mean, shit. It was.
Yeah,
Look, if that is his last Mania, that
Yeah,
kind of
it's-
sucks.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. I still want to hold on to hope that he will extend it to the next year's Mania, but
I don't think so. I kind of don't think so. You think he would see that and be like, hey.
yeah,
one more time.
I think he'd want to retire at Mania.
But what if as he keeps going, he genuinely sees that he doesn't have it?
I don't know. It depends. I want to.
Because I think you do forget, even now, I don't think even big injury, one
One
medium-sized
slip up and it's
one
done.
medium-sized injury, and that's it for Cena.
Again, I think
That's why he doesn't run down.
I think maybe by the time they get to Survivor Series and he feels good, maybe they'll extend it. Cause again, I think he should go on the Mania. I don't think he should go out like on like a Survivor Series pay-per-view. I think he does deserve that big title, that big stage.
I think he's going. What if he goes out in Australia?
Why Australia?
Because that's his last show. When did they promote that for? Because they're getting one pay per view. Just to give him a grand stage, a crowd that gives a fuck.
Yeah, like
Imagine he finally gets his wish and there's a PLE in China.
And he wins.
yeah. I guess we'll just have to tune in tomorrow. But yeah, that's my final thing. 6. I'll give it a 6.
Alright, that's a wrap on Mania 41. What would you give it overall?
Oh,
Because
You were talking best Mania of all time before that main event.
Yeah, but I also did say that the main event was either gonna put
look, special mentions. I don't think a lot of entrances were all that. Damian Priest probably had the best one.
Damian Priest, Tiffany Stratton, Drew McIntyre's is pretty good.
We missed Rollins.
You guys missed. Oh yeah, we did miss Rollins. You guys missed Cody Rhodes' dirt bike.
No, I saw that. It wasn't even him. It was just random.
Nah, but like people doing the dirt bike shit.
Yeah, to a random
His-
song too. What was the song? That's why I didn't remember.
His match was goated. Oh yeah, Damian Priest was goated though, because he had.
Yeah, Damian. I
Sling.
think Damian Priest had the best one. Yeah,
Yeah.
crowd was definitely better this
Nice, too.
night going around, and I think we definitely have to give thanks to that women triple threat.
Yeah, carried hard. I can't
They
lie. Started off
carried
the
it.
show good.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the match of Mania?
Yeah.
Trying to think. Night one had some pretty good shit though. Fatu LA Knight. But I still think their triple threat might be match of Mania.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I can't lie.
No. Look, I think they have some seeds planted to make next year's build up Just build up better. Just to build up. I think they could work with some things this upcoming season. But yeah, matches again. I said it yesterday too. The matches were good, minus Jey Uso and damn, I'm so tired. I can't even think of the fucking names anymore. You shut up. Fucking Jey Uso and Gunther.
Can't even name the wrestlers.
Dude, I'm fucking tired. WrestleMania weekend gets you tired. Yeah, good matches.
Happy Easter,
I
by the
just
way.
hope they work on those build-ups a bit more.
Clearly, the build-up's gonna matter though.
Like,
Until next time.